In today's Take a Day, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and can they trust Russell Westbrook to help them win going forward? Now, before we get into all that, though, please like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. We put out content every day, so you won't miss any content here. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into this. When you look at the games that Russell Westbrook has played, throughout his career, you can always say he was a superstar because he always was. He always had superstar in him, always played with a superstar edge, always was a superstar caliber type player. And when you've seen him accomplish the triple doubles in one season and win the MVP as he did, you saw greatness, and that was really good on his behalf. But when you think about Russell Westbrook, his career is mainly all about Russ. It's never really about, team oriented, seem like. And even though he got the triple doubles, and you might look at him as a team oriented guy because he was able to get the triple doubles and everything like that by passing the ball pretty well, but it never equated to winning. And, when you play with players, generational type players, or the elite of elite players like LeBron James, you have to play on a different level. Your mentality has to be a lot different because just getting accolades is not on LeBron's resume. It's just I should say this, it's not a part of his repertoire. He got accolades on his resume, but it's not what he's thinking about going into every game, going into every season. He's thinking about winning championships. And the only accolade I think he really cares about having is titles, because all the other accolades in regards to MVPs, things like that, those are individualized and those are good. And those, set up a platform for you. But winning championships sets up a platform for you in the long run and in the present. And when you're winning, it just takes your mental and your thought process and how you carry yourself to another level when you're a winner type player. And that's something that Russell Westbrook has never really been. So when you look at these last couple games, preseason games, like last night playing against the Warriors, it's turnover. It looks like turnover city. It looks like he doesn't fit. And, of course, things take time sometimes. I don't want to discredit what Russ has done in his career or anything like that, or what he's still able to do in his career now. But when you look at the Lakers, you have to ask yourself, can they really trust Russell Westbrook to help them win? I mean, they're basically giving him the team in regards to he's running the offense and he's, initiating the offense, with LeBron and, through AD and everybody else on the team. And it's like, when you look at the Lakers for a stint there, if you looked at last night's game against the Warriors, I mean, actually, they played better with Rondo in the game, and when you look at it from that standpoint, it's like, is Russ really a fit with the Lakers? Is he really going to help them win? And this is the reason why I've said before, I think a lot of people who are looking at basketball, especially paying attention to the Western Conference, don't need to sleep on a team like the Clippers either, because, I mean, the Clippers and Lakers is what everybody really wants to see in a 7-game series. So if that does happen to happen, then I don't think that a lot of people should sleep on the Clippers. Not the Warriors either if they get healthy. But I don't think a lot of people should sleep on the Clippers, because I feel like the Clippers, if they're healthy, I feel like their chances of beating the Lakers is better than anybody else in the Western Conference, because they have pieces that fit more so rather than what the Lakers have. If one of the pieces on the Lakers didn't fit and it was a bench player, or if it was a role player, or a 6-man coming off a bench or something like that, that 6-man would be drastic too. But I mean, if it was one of those type players who really didn't fit, like I said, bench player or a role player or whatever, it would be different. But if one of your main superstars don't fit, that's a really bad situation to be in. And from what I'm seeing right now, and what I thought before, when they got Russ on the Lakers, I didn't see where Russell would fit. I didn't see the fit. I didn't see any of that. I didn't see how he would fit with LeBron and how LeBron could still be effective in the way he's supposed to be. And I feel like LeBron's going to be less effective with Russell Westbrook there, because Russ is controlling the ball the whole time. And it's not LeBron doing the work, or like being the point guard, in which I said LeBron is better when he's facilitating the offense. It's always better. I think he's like the best facilitator in the NBA, So to me, when he's facilitating the offense and getting everybody in their spots and getting his own shot when he needs to and when he wants to, that's when the Lakers are at their best. But, he is getting older and he does have to pass that torch. But passing it to Russell Westbrook in this situation really might be the detriment of the team, because if Russ doesn't really understand and fit in with this team and get the system the way it's supposed to be played and how they, elevated themselves a couple of years ago in the bubble and won the championship. If he doesn't do that, then it's all for nothing. The operation is over with, not unless they can find a way to trade him, maybe next year and get somebody else in there. But that'd be the only other way, because or at least I think it would be. I'm not sure, but it's just like, when you look at Russell Westbrook, he's blazing fast, ready to run up the court, ready to sprint up and down the court. And if he doesn't do them things, he's not as effective. He's not Russell Westbrook. But if he does those things, he's going to hurt the Lakers, because they don't run up the court blazing fast, one end to the other end. And they're just an older team. So when you look at that, they're not going to be able to do that for 82 games and then take that into a postseason and go dominate. No, that's not the way it's going to work, because it's like it's a lot of differences in everybody's thought process on the Lakers. They're, like I said, they're more built for the way Rondo plays rather than the way Russell Westbrook plays. And I feel like it's just going to be, somebody stepping in somebody's way or something like that in the regular season. And I just feel like Russ, he's a great player, but I feel like, he could be the one player that could hold them back from actually winning a championship when they actually on paper have a championship type roster, even though they're a lot older. So, we have to see exactly how it goes going into the season and how Russ progresses. But I'm not sure if LeBron is all too happy, with what he's seen so far. But you got to give it time sometime to see. Only time will tell whether it's going to get better or get worse. But hey, like I said, that's my take on the situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section.